I see that I'm right now snagged on it. I can't get any options going for me unless I clear up something. And this is where I know I needed help. I need help in my most closest relationship, and they don't do this kind of work. It's all one-sided. See, I do this work and I'm helping with them, but now it's like, wait a minute, what's happening with me? Now, I can't trust that they can give a shit, to tell you the truth. They're old enough to have a life that they already know that that's what it's about. They're like, oh, and now we're at the stage of, see, if they know about it, they're being quiet because they're using it in a satanic way. And now this is getting into like, okay, so some people are just operating, they don't know why it's happening, but some people are like skilled. They're like, okay, and now we're at the stage where there's Stockholm syndrome, and then we're going to go elevate it to, and precisely like now, how do we steal their property? There it is. And now we'll make moves, put pressure on them with, of course, because that's what the fucking everything is kind of set up reversed on us, especially the money system. Like you'll hear it. There's a deadline. You have a deadline, and that's supposed to scare you. you know, you yeah. All of the fucking wreck. I don't know why people don't question it and think, well, can we stop this for a minute? It's like every month you're doing this Monday through Friday, and they have a weekend. I'm having a weekend. God, what are you gonna do on that fucking day? Nothing. I mean, it's hardly any other day. When you get that last day, it's like Sunday. It's like, well, fuck it, just take it. I'm gonna go to the church and have them fucking hollow my fucking whole being out the rest of the way. Keep it fucking gonzo, baby. I'm trying to stay more entertaining and fun, and with Venus being afflicted, I have a Saturn. I think it's Saturn opposed my Venus, and I forgot to tell my lover. I'm like, by the way, I'm about to close down shop, kind of, because that's fucking Saturn. Saturn says, stop, stop, drop, and roll. You have something to think about, and it's my love life. Actually, I'm like, you mean I actually need communications in order for things to move forward? I mean, safety is an issue whenever you're going to do something because you don't want it to fall through and get undermined and get left. All right, so we have, if I didn't edit it, fucking like and subscribe, pump your fist in the air, and send $10, man. Say, I like that raw shit where you reveal a part of your life that you never want to fucking be revealed. I don't like this fucking video. Look at this. I bet you anything. Mars is now squaring my, how did this get so far back? Mercury. And when anything's squaring your Mercury, it depends on what planet really too, but with Mars, it's just haphazard fucking danger. You're going to hurt yourself, you're going to hurt others, and it's going to look stupid, and you're going to sound stupid too. Have you noticed that? Yeah. Crass is the word. Great, great, Mars. Thank you for being there in Cancer for so long. You wouldn't know that I was not this fucking idiotic unless you knew me from way before. Right? Talk about transformation and trying to get myself back. Well, it didn't help with that 5 months thing on top of this fucking crap going on for the last 4 years, really, with Neptune having opposed my. It's not an excuse, but see, when astrologers say this, and when we say Neptune, what astrologer sees is the whole field of information it points at: water, drugs, religion. Neptune is trippy. TV sets. It's the mediums through which all existential reality is translating through water. Uh, God, therefore, because it's God, and it's so funny, communicate trippily. Like, it does rule TV sets for some reason because it's a medium through which expressions are happening, and people are this way. It's a trip. Neptune is also the higher octave of Venus for some reason, and I dialed in on that naturally, and it was confirmed. It's a loving planet. It's God. God is love. It's the higher octave of Venus, though. See, I guess Venus is the lower octave here. It's the human style. Okay, it has to do with the heart. Now, Neptune would be of something on the outside, which would be the reality of reality. That it's not necessarily the electricity driving it, but now whatever the electricity is animating is the Neptunian, like, I almost said deception, because it's like that's an illusion. That's what God has to assume. Otherwise, you would not see it at all. It could just show up as anything. Right. So, yeah, it's very illusory like that. Very much so. See, because I have Neptune going over my ascendant, but see, I have already a Neptune ascendant aspect in my chart when I was born. Neptune is in the 8th house of Scorpio, which is a trippy place to have Neptune. It's right on the cusp, but it's in the 8th house. That's why I'm kind of making these videos, because when Neptune goes over my ascendant, it's possible that I can go to sleep and never wake up by choice. I might say, you know what? Whoa, I don't want to go back there. I like it here. I've been doing stuff. See, sleep. This life was meant for sleeping. What do you mean? Well, you're a meditator, but then when you do go to sleep, see, you've been asleep. You have to sleep here. Why? Well, you're going back home. That's how trippy Neptune is, man. It's a fucking. It rules Pisces, and that's all about Christ consciousness. It's going to go into this weird place like a fishy. Now it's going to turn into a fish and say, "Excuse me, but you have not noticed that I I continually reproduce here. I mean, I continually recycle. I have a complexity about me that is astonishing. I mean, you would think that I was totally conscious, but it's the unconscious mind. It's kind of just an aftermath of what God likes to do. God, don't you love this video? I do. What's this the result of, Shauna? Neptune. See, we have Venus going over Neptune. I'm Venus ruled. I do have Saturn fucking with my Venus, I think. And let's look at this. What day? What month is this? Wow. Okay, and look at, we're gonna have Mars getting away from Leo. Thank God. But we're too bad the place is gonna blow up before then. I mean, right when it happens. All right. And Aries is okay with the blow up. Though we're like, told you so, and they're lighting their cigarette on it or something. Everybody else can go, ah, and it's like, babes, get out of here. We saw the fucking shit was fucking pulling back for a long time. And you, who likes the pressure and putting the pressure on, when we finally break through, make our breakthrough, and you just been there putting pressure on us, we don't appreciate you. You don't get shit from us. Get out of here. You think you had anything to do with this karmic waves, the big stuff that's coming for us? The waves that you have to say, shh, I'm looking at something, man. No, shh, I'm looking at. And they're like making waves over there, karmic beings in the ocean. Perfect for the Neptunian description of what karma and dharma is. See, the karmic being thinks that they make the waves, and then they have to affect, and then they kind of affect everybody, and they're all fucking affecting each other. And the dharmic being is like catching the big waves that's supposed to come in, and all of them look over and say, "Well, why do you get that? And how do you do that?" And it's like, it's because I wasn't messing with you guys. I was looking at the fucking main plan, and you guys can do this just the same with each other if you want. Do you see the wave coming? No, we're not communicating very well. We're busy trying to push each other around with our ideals and ideas of what, because we can't change, really. We can't change into looking out onto the horizon instead of looking into our memory and getting locked into it. Say, you said this, but when you said that, it was like this. No, it wasn't. It was yes. And then how? And then, you guys, please fucking get the fuck away from each other. God have mercy. Sorry, I'm looking now. Where's my glasses? I just want to read some astrology for us somehow, some way. I'm making these videos. I'm tearing through them. I mean, I have a lot to post. If this gets up, let me know. I'll try to be more presentable here, especially with the Neptune thing. See, right now I have to cut my hair. I cut my own hair, and it's rough on me. I'm not really a hairstylist, but I want to look nice. I'm a Mars-ruled person, and I'm learning, but I don't know. I think it's magical that people can do hairstyles. Like, I like the shag. Boy, am I talking, huh? Hi, Nancy. I love you. Nancy. And Kim Cast, and Kenneth's son, and you know who you are, Kenneth's son. Should not even mentioned it, really, but really, I can edit. Sorry about that. I know it sounds mean and everything, but no. No, when you find out, like, a narcissist or a toxic person will expose who they really are. It's just there. It's like there, and you're like, oh, it's just constant disappointment, isn't it? When you're thinking you've gone somewhere intimately. Good. Why'd you do that? Didn't you see the red flag a long time ago? A long time ago, there's red flags. And it says, oh, this person is a disconnect. They're in their ego. They're in their head. They're playing a game. They're a player. They are going to be broken down. If they fall in love with me, that shit's going to be it's just going to be fucking broken down. You're lucky. Keep coming, baby. Come here. Let me just dissolve you a little bit more. Oh, oh, where are you going? Triggered off. Triggered off again? Well, hey, you kind of trigger me off too because I have issues with my dad and he wasn't emotionally available. And I learned that. And it's like, well, why would I want to expose myself to something that doesn't care either way if I'm there? Now, he would take credit for me, really. He would show up at the little place there when I finally did my pianoing. You know, I did this little song, and then he was concerned with that. My dad showed up, but I know why. It's because he's taking credit for having taught me play the piano, really, and right. That's what narcissists do, though. They're like, yeah, that's my kid. Whenever it gets them attention, like that. It's not about the kid. You know, and it's just kind of cold as ice. You just constantly are seeing this kind of quality that it it disappoints. It happens in a flash, if you know what I mean. You're going, oh, pretty soon you're just like, oh man, that's too bad. It keeps happening that this happens. See, the non-communication that goes on, and then the real communication that goes on when they can't communicate anything is how that they react to your communication, and it's like they can't help it. It's like they roll their eyes, they sigh a lot, they can start yawning right in the middle of something that is like, yeah. They could walk right out. I knew this one woman. She was a gaslighting narcissist, and we would be having a like they don't like confrontation in the way that like just face the waves, especially with when it's time to make a breakthrough and just say, well, I thought you meant this. Well, why was it like this? And really, see, when they're being called out, you just think, well, wait a minute, no, it was like that. See, they don't include reality, so they're trying to gaslight in a way. But this person, this woman, so I was just trying to penetrate into her, and she just got up and walked away. Why, right when I was kind of trying to level with her and I wasn't being mean. I was actually practicing some high octave love when that when I had a person trying to rent with her. That was fucking tough. I mean, I went this fucking certain route. It was like a lightning bolt. The only way, and it was like, I got to get out of this fucking shit. I experienced fucking Stockholms and everything with this person because she was so manipulative and like life threatening, ruining, threatening, and she gave me money. It's weird. It's like we had a great relationship. I typed to her and she just loved everything I had. She was getting what I was saying to her. I can tell. And then the moment we started a relationship of that, okay, you'll give me money and you rent the place, off. She never heard me ever again. It wasn't a relationship like that intimately. No, she just went, you're crap. You have nothing for me ever. Even though see, this is a strange story. Sorry about that. I don't like to talk about people. No, I'm talking to you about just a certain kind of entity that babes. This thing, it's the same. Like, okay, you know that. Do you know that you like your subject matter of narcissism? There's certain traits that are the same. They just give the same signature. It's a movie that you're in, and pretty soon there's Mr. Smith. Well, that's too bad. It could show up right away. It can be extreme. You have people that just okay. You've heard of that song, "Another Brick in the Wall." That's precisely, see, they are a wall built by a hidden hand. Is this the same video where I'm talking about the entity? that now it's parasitical. And I'm not going to jump to any conclusions and say I know exactly what I'm talking about now, but I've seen it. I've seen people shape shift in front of me, and you'll see a parasitical thing. If you look at parasites under the microscope, you'll see like these little devilish, little fucking weird alien looking things, and they look kind of scary and devilish, and that's what I would see. And even just little fish-like things, but more like snakes. Yeah, flashing. It's like, oh. And see, they have slit eyes. I know what I'm talking about. And it's kind of like a scorpion or something, or an animal. It's like, no, this thing's going to sting you later, no matter what. It's going to give you a ride, and it's going to get out, and it's going to eat you. And he said, didn't you know? Thank you. I thought you knew. They kind of, if you really look at it, they kind of ask for consent. Yeah, that's what I did with this woman, right? She says, so how about it? I really need a place to stay? See, I think after a while, she was jealous in every way, shape, or form. She worked hard to look the way she did. She had dyed blonde hair. It was long. It was dyed. I didn't realize it, but she had breast implants. She was older, though. That was interesting. See, what do people do? Oh, my God, I couldn't believe it. I guess I knew that she had breast implants. I didn't know, though, really, until I kind of suspected it. But then she told me, and I was like, oh, wow. There's where I was just solid in my thought patterning. Now I was like, okay, so how? Who are you? Sorry. I think that is weird. See, my body would reject the slightest little splinter or something. It just pops it out. How do you live with fucking inserting something in your chest and then closing it up? I don't know. Pardon me. Whew. I'm sorry. I guess men like it too, right? And everybody likes it. See, I get it. I get the world of money out there, that when they start doing stuff like that, and when it costs money after money, everybody's horny about their money. And it's like, okay, but how do you really feel though? I think I could be the same way, but I don't have to mutilate myself, you know what I mean? Continually, really, no, it doesn't even have to, with your toxic relationship, man. This is a great idea. I think I'm going to hang out with this person because they're going to strip me after I fucking tie them to a machine and make them see that I don't care about you. I am not capable of caring about anybody. I care about myself and how I look. And you'll have to figure that out. That's the trap I put you in. And I'm a lesson maker. I am this messiah. I take all the credit for how that you heal, and you can't, because you didn't heal that person. You're not healed. And who am I talking to, Shauna? Oh, there's a toxic person that's a narcissist out there. That it's a programming now. Now it's a whole society that says, bless you, my child. They have a very staunch hexing fucking kind of way about them. And in the background, they just have, there's something wrong. It's like, well, how did that work for you? Don't you think that the so-called religion that you have, the daily practice, see, that's what your religion is. It's your daily practice. Now, if all of a sudden, like, every day, you're living a lie about your relationship, and you're actually doing emotional extortion, and then now it's mental manipulation. Really, you just hollow that person's brains out, and now you're fucking occupying it. They're rent free, probably. And then we have, what else is the physical is left, that person has chronic illness right now. They have a back problem. They have fucking inflammatory disease. Yeah, that's where it comes from. When you're exposed to a gaslighter, it's the main reason. It's interesting because you know how they call money in the money world now, they have inflation. Well, when you look at the word inflammation, you can get the word inflation right in there. They're trying to tell you Now, if you track where inflammation is coming from in your nerves, you're fucking dealing with a narcissist over there. You're dealing with a non-human presence. Did you know that I don't like the subject matter? I don't like picking on people. I'm not picking on anybody. I don't hate anybody. I don't have it in my bones. It's just that you don't associate with people. You don't get near it because they're kind of off and they're going to fuck your china shop up. That could be your body, that could be your mind, and that could be your spiritual work that you've done on yourself. Very real. They're reckless people, and they kind of project on you. They think that you're the same way. So they wouldn't get close to you unless they thought that you were like them, which is very sick. And my theory is that no, I mean, okay, I'm going to start posting these videos, and I hope it got to you, but is that no, you see, love knows how to be alone, and you take care of yourself. This is my experience, and I'm going to repeat it again. Um, I go to work, I just work and I have money and I'm fucking socializing. I'm playing my guitar. I'm driving down the road. Right? I'm actually, what I mean is I got my own autonomy because I'm making money. That helps. It helps me, really. Yeah. Well, supposedly I have a right mind doing that. So then, but now, see, when I fell, really, I couldn't make any money. There was something going on with people, though. I remember that. I was like, and I wasn't imagining it. It's not me. I'm not being difficult. But I would stand my ground, and more I stand my ground, they don't like it. So they can shut me out and not give me any money. See, is this the same video? No, when you give people money, that you don't have a relationship there. They hate you. No, if you look at it, think about it. You don't want people taking your money. It's a stupid fucking game. It's so stupid. I can't wait till I start refining my so I can raise your consciousness and say and kind of wean people off of money and say you don't need it. I think it's going to happen. Has it happened yet? Because I'm going to put this video somewhere like on the 19th or the fucking 22nd or something, and this is the April 14th. How is it going? Did it economically collapse? Are we looking at like a civilization that just fell under a hole because they bombed it and sunk it in, and now there's economic collapse because of that, or what's going on? Are we camping out? I hope so. Anyway, God, thanks for listening to this. I'm channeling a lot, and then I put it on. I put a video there. Yeah, talking about the narcissist and just toxic people that. Sorry if you're keeping track and I lost it. I'm sorry about that. It's not my favorite subject matter. I don't like it. I know that it's out there. It's boring. They're boring people. Ultimately, they're boring because they're so predictable, so predictable, and they start throwing back your trips. See, now it's dangerous to have them get next to you when you're feeling low, and that's the only reason how that they do it. Why? Because they keep you there. They pin you to this stuff. Some of them now will do it. Oh, they're not there to fuck with you a little bit. They're there to undermine you completely. They want your soul. So, and you can't tell until it's actually happening that, oh my God, I am fully poisoned and fully overtaken. How do you know this, Shauna? I'm in the middle of it right now, I'm pretty sure. And it's like, no, I'm not getting very good proof of anything, and so I understand. And now getting back to the possibility that there's a club that says, treat them like this and send them to the system. Yeah. They say, I got you now. You're trapped. It's your fault. Um, it's not ever their fault. See, they always say, well, I gave you so much, and they make you feel guilty, and then they tell you, I love you, I love you. That's really, really brutal because you can start thinking that it's all fuck. Because they are giving you things, right? But it's with a poison that it's like, okay, so you know that you have a handicap, so you're trying to make people feel better some other way, other than what's making people uncomfortable is you're handicapped. You can't um, connect with people emotionally. You can't communicate anything into them. It's always about you, right? Who's you, Shauna? There might be a toxic person out there that is relating to this. And see, I have a feeling that people watch videos on narcissism, they are narcissists, and they're like, it depends on how like much loose you give them. They're like, they want, and you know, they like to see these women that are attractive, and they probably take credit. They act like a savior because they were there to shape them up or something. And you know, that's so demented and wrong. How does people think that that's right? No, no, the savior gives them an example. First of all, they do something called forgiving. Now, people don't know what the word forgiving means, but if you're a woman, you know what it means because that's what you do. You're now the man's world. They say pay it forward. Then you know what it means. Well, there's a possibility that you're actually making a space and saying, "I'm going to allow you to grow here." See, if you don't allow it to grow, then what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So you have to keep forgiving. You allow. You see, the thing there doesn't know that it needs a space, but you're going to give it there anyway. The thing there doesn't know that it needs any food, but you're going to give it anyway. The thing doesn't even know it needs half the shit that you're giving it until later on, and it looks at you and it realizes, oh, I'm growing from this. Yeah, you have to forgive. That's just, we don't have our words down right, and I'm positive that there's going to be a movement of not only slurring, and you're going to see a lot of people starting to alter it. It's going to slam into you. You're going to say, Shauna talked about this a long time ago. Well, we're going to see because I'm a leader. No, there's a real way to use the English alphabet. Has nothing to do with what you see packed in the libraries. That's not real information about anything. I mean, it is, but it isn't. See, there's a way to use it that it's a literal, like it's a fucking shamanic guide. It's better than a hit of LSD. I don't know how to explain this, but when you start using the vowels and seeing the flows of energy, I'm sorry, but I'm probably the only one in the Western Hemisphere that sees this, and I'm going to keep just saying, see, you don't have to know what I'm saying. But if people see, I'm going to start this trend, and this is what I've been fully distracted by, and it's like, well, see, when I talk to this entity that's in my life, um, they kind of just they look at me with the fluoride stare, and that's okay. But I don't think anything rings a bell for them when it starts to be like saying the things that I love. See, the narcissist gets jealous of anything that takes attention off them and takes the love away from them. And that is demented because you should love what you love about people is what they love about their love and how they get joy, and you have something in common there. It's not just this fucking soul sucking goddamn energy vamping fucking crap. It's very remarkable to get into what's actually happening. See, there isn't a reality of reality or the truth there. There's the illusion of like you're a people and you're a mind, and they're very vacuous. And now I'm getting this vision of how there is a web out there and everybody's holding on to this financial institution, and they're like, don't button, you move. No, I'm not going to move from here. Wait. And the fucking spider is in the middle of just saying, yeah, baby. And just fucking eats. And that programming, man, in the background, that shit that's going on, how nobody can get out of that bondage, I happen to believe it can happen in a fucking snap. See, that's the way it is with enlightenment, but the population is going to go through this. It's going to be like something. See, they have to prevent benevolence from bombing the place again. In fact, benevolence is behind Bill Gates. No, I didn't say Bill Gates is benevolent, babes. He's a fucking puppet that 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 does have no conscience, that says, "Sure, I'll do this," right? Because a lot of people wouldn't do it. But no, he's being instructed by benevolence. He says, we have to stop this. This is looking bad." And the way that they got to the population with that depopulating in the game. It's a game here, by the way. You're in a game. It's a video game. It's easy what they did. They scared them, and then they said, whoever gets scared of this and imagine the illusion and goes for the mental strata, which is abracadabra, like, they can say water, and then they think they get wet. If you ever notice talking to a narcissist, it's so fucked up because you can't really talk to them because they don't have a sense of humor, not very well, not good, not especially not about themselves. And then no, it's void. They don't understand your sense of humor about yourself and anything. And so then, just to describe them, um, they're everywhere though. I've been observing this for a long time. Their sense of humor comes out when you start talking about the malicious stuff they're doing. They laugh. It's an evil laugh. It's like, whoa. You can hear it off in the distance. He's like, fuck, you don't see, you don't know why people are laughing, but no, you can hear it. That was a fucking sociopath laughing right there. That was a narcissist. I have a sociopath laughing over here every once in a while. Um, and they swear up and down that I'm totally out of whack and fucked up. It's like, oh yeah, wow. Well, let's keep going with this because you're picking on a woman here who. What if I have? Yeah, I have a little bit of a hard life. And see, when they start seeing that you have human qualities and you're going through something, they fucking just absolutely start fucking pounding on you. They want to do a takedown. See if you're not at all interested in the world, like their worldly game and shit. Now I'm talking about Jesus stuff. Why they didn't like Christ Jesus, who was a woman, by the way. You can't get to her with that game, like you're not playing the ego game and they keep up with the Joneses. They don't like you. They're just like, how do we fuck this person up? Because they're already out of money, kind of a thing, and we can't undermine them with that, and they have everything that we want. And I can't get that. So they just try to fucking shut you out. And they want to starve you out. They know tactics of doing that, of just fucking putting pressure on you. Yeah, it's out there. That's what your government's doing to you. 37 minutes, huh? I don't even know what I said. A lot of channelers are like that. But I do. I've been doing it, and I'm trying to get back on my work regimen, and I want help doing it. I'm supposed to be a motivational speaker. I have been channeling so much that just this morning, it was so frustrating because it's like, now I'm going to read you a poem, and I want you to listen to this. My dad took us out into the desert in Lone Pine to see this man who wrote this book. And I want to read it to you now. This one chapter. I have only read this one thing. I don't suck on this fucking book. It's just this one thing. I have yet to read the whole thing. I opened it. Right here. It keeps opening to this fucking thing. Gold mine. See it? Do you see it? The gold mine, you narcissist. Listen to this. These days, I am facing the problem of embarrassment of riches. Shining. It seems I have a very peculiar gold mine. As the mine car comes forth each morning, it brings a load of gold nuggets. Now, with me, it's around about 3 to 5 in the morning. I'm like, just gotta fucking start typing. Ideas rich in the power of clarification and coordination. Always. I am unable to gather them all and store them in this vault of expression before the day closes. The remainder goes on the mind dump of the hidden recesses of the mind where, while it's not exactly lost, it is hidden by other material and time is required to recover it. We can't be fucking wasting any time, babes, and you can't let time pass. You have to jump on things. He's talking about something here. Sorry. Meanwhile, I have a vegetable garden. The merely practical and temporal concerns. And in this garden, the weeds are growing. I am enough of a farmer to feel troubled by these weeds. Gotta pay taxes, gotta pay my bill. But if I attend to the weeding job, the nuggets continue to roll over the dump. And It so happens that I am enough of a miner to appreciate the value of the nuggets, for the gold commands all the lesser values symbolized by the vegetables, while the latter do not command the gold. I choose the gold before the rest. And that's why I share with you. That's what I'm sharing with you. I'm trying to share with you gold. And some of you have already told me that you see it in a lot of ways. And I thank you for that. But I want you to know, see, the reason why he wrote that poem, and I'm sorry if you didn't get it. Maybe I'll edit some of the stuff that I interrupted to make it a solid poem. He's explaining the distraction that is there. And it's the vegetables, right? The vegetables, it could be people around you that they want to make you worry even more about a goddamn bill. And it's like, you know what? We already have that worry. We already know about it. What the fuck are you? Can you take care of your business and then go have fun? There's a fucking balance here. No. There's something here that's fucking with our. I mean, it takes time to recover it. And like this morning, see, I'm exhausted emotionally, taxed to the bone, right? We all are. But who's gonna dare, like, keep fucking talking from a hole and saying, no, actually, after a while, the shit that they're throwing at us, we just start building something. It's like, let's keep it coming. Cool. Are you getting this? Wow. Wow. Really? And now I'm down in a hole already, and you're gonna take me to court? Really? Can't even admit that you guys were wrong. Like that you made a mistake and say, oh fuck. And have remorse and say, shit, I am so sorry. No, because it's too big of a fucking problem. I'm talking about the asphalt over there, closing it up. I'm experiencing health problems from it that I have to ignore. It seems like it's like, no, that's weird. I tried to help myself, and so if I do have to sell this place, I mean, if it happens that I have to sell this place, then I'll probably take this guy to court. I'll spend a lot of money because I know I'll win the case, and I will fucking win multi-millions of dollars. And I can go and I can be the mayor of this town and say, will you stop? I mean, I can be like a coordinator of activities from the Mississippi on west, because there's already a movement that's trying to get corporations and people to stop polluting the fucking place. Period. Just start using things that are organic. Live in intention. Get a right relationship with reality. Includes how you feel in your body. The thing is it's like these people, they were cooking something today on the stove, and I don't eat meat anymore, but I smelled it and I was like, oh my God, they're not going to eat that, are they? It didn't. I know. You know what? I know what good cooking meat smells like, and that shit right there, I was like, I wonder how they're going to be feeling tonight with that. I don't know when do these people get sick from the shit that they're doing? See, the thing is there's a presence here that we don't even think that they need oxygen. We don't even think they need the sun. Yeah, talking about the Bill Gates thing and the chemtrails and stuff and the way they're doing that. Um, you don't even know what's going on with that. You have no idea. You don't know where you are. If you can look up Harold Kultz, Kultz, he's a German scientist, and he knows precisely what's going on with the chemtrails, the baby of it, the gold. There's a lot of vegetables in the garden, but there's this gold thing that they're working on. Has everything to do with the fact that aliens are already here, and we're making contact with them now, and it's like, that's not a good idea. You want to talk about parasites and shit? Getting in you and starting to control you and stuff. See, they found a synthetic thing that can do it. Like zippity pop and zippity bap, And the only thing that's going to win is the highest frequency possible, which is love. This is the battle we're kind of experiencing now. And there's a way to access your potential as just a plain potential to be a human being, and that's through spiritual practice. One of the spiritual practices is fasting. I'm fasting right now. Kind of like it wants me to fast. I fasted, but I had something. Like I said, I'm not doing well with. Is this the same fucking video about my daddy issues and how that I'm looking into it deeply now, and the more that I have to do my own work because see, the person that I'm with that usually you kind of because they're bringing it all out in you and you kind of look at them and you say no, I need to get past this part now, and they're not helping me. In fact, I think they're using it against me, and they get a lot of karma for that. I mean, they're already fucked up, and that's what they're doing to in order to connect with somebody and get something going and really people can be generous and like you and you can work with them. I mean, just talk to them, you know what I mean? So anyway, talk to them. Don't wait till they get down and start manipulating them and with resources and their needs and stuff like that. That's an obvious, it is going on. It is going on. See, that would be my final warning right now is with Taurus Sun, which rules our money, and it's the sun. It's trying to be happy. Sun, it's trying to be May. It's trying to be, and then with Mars and Leo, which is a control freak over there. It's about entertainment, Hollywood, who knows? But it's about ego. It's just so forceful and kind of very fiery. It's very controlling. Now, square to Pluto, which is coming up this April 19th, like I said in this video earlier, what happened? What's going on? Because this is going to go up sometime in the 20s. Happy 420. Um, watch out for men because Mars rules men. They are in a issue of control with Pluto. That's what would say in general the populace like watch out for these guys. With Sun squaring to their Mars, or no, squaring to Mars. Yeah, it's a hyperactive now. Now the Sun points at our money, so it tells me that some man is using money to manipulate somebody.